Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode in the realm. You may realize I'm not in my house, and that's because we're doing the Funland tour today. And I figured there's no better place to start off than right here. This is one of the first things I built in the Funland. It is the house I used to start all my Funland videos at until my Funland got too big, and at that point it just wasn't worth it. But yeah, it's got the basics you need to survive, chests, etc. McDonald's jingle, water feature to remind me of home. And there was that balcony out there like I showed you, and there's even, I think, a little water orb on top. Yeah, look at that. I guess with the tour, I'll show you here. Let me come around to this side first. This is the ticket booth. I originally tried to make it more like a business where you go in the line here and, buy some tickets. And there's nothing much in the inside. I'll go in and I'll show you, but there's not really much in there. It's just your standard thing. I was really into using lodestones as floors at the time. I was really big on that. Over here's something quite interesting. This isn't the oldest thing I built, even though it's in like the vintage section. This is my train station. This is what connects to the one in town I was showing you. But this is the oldest thing, like the oldest game I have here. This is my mini golf course. I'm not going to go through the whole thing just for time reasons, but we'll do one. I'll do one hole. I'll do the last one. I'll just show you, do a little walk by. This is actually where Gregory Jr. lived for a while. And this hole has been having problems. I have to reset the redstone every time. This hole is one of those like underground tunnel ones where you don't know where it's going to go. That one has a whole thing underground, which I will show you quickly. Basically, you get it down this way, then it goes underground, you come down here, and then it's like the nether with ice for whatever reason. But anyway, this is the hole I'm going to show you. I think it's called Music Maker. Yeah. So anyway, that's me. That's my skin. And I think the move for this one was to aim like this. I haven't played this in a while. Oh, no. Okay. This is going to take a while. I'm sorry, everybody. This could take a while. Yeah, I'm just going to do a little restart here because, I'm not a fan of this part. Okay, so aim lower. There you go. That's better. Alright. That's good. Then I think you want to aim over there like that. Okay, that was, I think, a nearly perfect shot. Then what you want to do is kind of like chuck it in so it rolls. That's 3. And then 4 goes in there, gets collected by the hopper, and then it goes back into that chest. Over here... actually, I'm going to go over here first. And also, you might notice a couple of these like fake trees around. I wanted to make it look artificial at first, but then I got bored of that, and I also forgot to do it for a while. This is Tumble Tower. Very simple game. What you do is you flap these trapdoors. You do like very classic jump and replace it. Very old style minigame. This is my roller coaster. I'm not gonna actually. I think I'll ride it. It's a decently long roller coaster, and I'm running low on minecarts too. I gotta find more. And I will explain it. I'm gonna actually take this time to do torches. What it is, it's a ward. You're going into like an ancient city and finding a warden under a mountain. So now, this was actually retextured from when it was my llama coaster. So this was originally like you got eaten by a llama and then you get shit out through his rainbow tunnel. So right now you're just riding around the warden's rib cage, even though you don't actually go into his mouth. You're just like riding around like a cave on a bunch of platforms, and then down there is like a mini ancient city that I built by hand. And then, yeah, the whole darkness is to make it feel disorienting. And this rainbow tunnel I kept because I think it looks pretty, and it was also a really major pain to make. I'll put that there just so you can see a bit better. And so you come up here, there's a broken track. What are you going to do? You start going backwards. You think you're going to go back, but nope. Track switches at the last second. You're free. Go into this cave that I have to like draw a little bit. Put a little more light around here so no mobs spawn. And up here, you come up to the top. come to another broken track, and then you start going down like that. And oh my god, there's a zombie in here. But yeah, you come through a long dark tunnel into this like little office space, like slash cave. Unfortunately, one of my dogs did die down there, as you saw. I think it was, yeah, that was Tika that died down there. Then you can come through here. And outside on top of the mountain, you can see the borders I've made for the place. The city's gonna go right there soon. Then you come back into the mountain for the big finale. It gets a little slow here so you can see everything that's going on. And, you know, you're like out here, then you're finally let out. Back into the daylight, you've escaped. Barely. And get out of the way, guys. Oh yeah, I forgot those things spit at you. But yeah, that's basically the roller coaster. It was one of the things I've spent the most time on in the Funland, and I think it turned out pretty good. I'm going to go around this way now. This was my still shooting game. This is a game I haven't played in a long time because it is one of those 4-player games, which I unfortunately don't get to play much. But what it was, you would take a bow and arrow, you'd have to pass it along. So, like, let's say you want to, like, be the first team to shoot the targets. And, you know, you'd pass the arrow along. You'd try to, like, get it, keep it in your possession because there's only one arrow that you're allowed to have at once. And if you if you hit someone, like if you're the person that hits someone, you guys lose a point. And I think that was a good transition to get to the other side, but we need to be back over here. Anyway, moving on. This is my parkour game, fairly new. I haven't gone back to play this in a minute, so I'm going to try to do it. Like the idea is you jump around, obviously, try to make it without falling. I don't think I've completed a single lap on this game. Ever. Because I suck at parkour. But, you know, so far it seems fairly easy, but, you know, as there are more and more people, it gets a little more tricky because these red blocks could drop down at any time, especially when you have a lot of people playing. Like, right now it's fine because it's just me, but if I were to have, say, like 3 or 4 or even 5 people, once that happens, then all those blocks drop down, and if you're going for it, you're going to fall, and then you have to go all the way back around. But, you know, I think given that's the first time I've done that, I'm proud of myself. This is something interesting. This is my, like, Bing Bong game. I wanted to call it my, like, Dings and, like, Ding Dong, like a doorbell, but they censored that, so I called it Bing Bong. There you go. And that was the, this lever, like, indicates when you're supposed to go. This is like an ambush type of game. I think I ended up calling it ambush, but I like to nickname it my Ding Dong game, or my Bing Bong game. And like the signs out front tell you when you're like, you know, what team you're on, what side, what sound to listen to, and basically you're supposed to just like ambush the other player by coming up behind them and tapping them, and then they're out, and then you win the round. Before I go on this way, I'm going to show you this game. This is, I forgot what it's called. I think it was like Frog. It was something like Frog Leap or something. Basically, the idea was it's a 4-player game. You have to get like I think I'll try to like set it up so I can do it by myself. You have to make your way across to these lily pads without falling in the water. And the boat would like be there. You'd have to land on here. Then for the last jump, you don't need to worry about it because these ladders are here. And you have to take back the piece of concrete powder back to the side. And I'll show you a little funny animation just on this side to make it easier. But when you win, then you place their powder down here. Your frog sticks out its tongue, the other one starts bursting into tears. And downstairs, there's some, I will say, admittedly, some difficult redstone. Oh god, that's what I was worried about. I'm just glad there aren't any creepers down here, because this redstone was a pain to do in such a tight space. And I don't feel like having to do it again. Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, that's right. I need to hit it again. And the way to reset it is just stand on the pressure plate again, so it shuts off the dispensers. And yeah, see, it should all be working now. And I think I need a few more torches in here. Yeah, I do. Then over here, I'll leave that open. This is, I think I called it gold grab or pirate plunder or something like that. But anyway, the way it was like a tug of war game. You would fight with someone else for control of the minecart. It's very similar to another game I made, but instead of fishing rods, you use yourself. It comes up here, and once it's back there, you get a point. Then you hit the button, and it comes back. Very easy. Very fast-paced game. Over here, this is my doggy hockey game, and if I had a dog with me, I'd be able to demonstrate it, but a dog would be in the middle. The other two players would be on these. You'd try to slide the dog into the goal. I'll demonstrate with this piece of steak. And it sets off a noise when you score. Something that I found that helps is the addition of these boundaries. Like, let's say you get a dog stuck in here, then you can't like get him out from behind, so you have to hit this button to push it out. And then, you can keep playing. I should probably come back to that game once or twice. I haven't played it in a while. Moving away from the zombies. This is a good game. This is a game I like. This is a game with a hole in it. Okay. Well, that hole in the glass actually helped because I don't have a fast way in or out of here. But I do need to show off the flower pot, so I am going to go that way. This is like capture the flag almost. I can't remember what I called it. I think I called it like flower power. So the way it would work is you'd set your spawn point. You'd go around killing each other. It's like a PvP game. There are a bunch of flowers you have to grab. You have to bring them back on top of your flower pot and pull those levers to like lock them in. And once you get all four, you win. And the trick is that you are also allowed to grab one of the other team's flowers, which means they have to they'll keep you from winning. I'm gonna move back this way a little bit because I realized I forgot to show this off. This is my shooting course. Or it was. I haven't used this thing in years because, quite frankly, it sucks. It's the worst shooting course that you can find. The best part about it is the entrance building. And, you shoot targets to see how accurate you are. You can, do a jump shot back there, aim for that tower. I missed. Maybe I have to start using it a bit more. There'd be, some moving targets, maybe a cow or two, get some food. But it sucks. I don't use it. So, yeah, it's just here because it's a relic, and I don't really like removing things out of my funland. This is something I can show you, though. This is my haunted house, something I only really do on Halloween, which is coming up soon. Anyway, I kind of had to rush it at the end. I've been meaning to remodel it for years, but I kind of had to rush it at the end because of how close Halloween was. But anyway, you're supposed to, it's about a disembodied goat. Let's do it the proper way. Let's do it the way it was intended, with all of these, and this book. Welcome, by Dr. O'Lantern. My name is, or Dr. O'Light. My name is Jack O'Light, and this is my mansion. It was once the most beautiful estate anywhere. I have since then died, because I couldn't say killed, and it has fallen into disrepair. Come find me to free my spirit and save this house. So yeah, the idea is you're supposed to save some pumpkin man. And you're supposed to put on those 3 discs. That's supposed to be scary. You're coming through here. He's saying hello by flickering the door. You come into his feasting room. Some weird cannibalistic shit over here. Then you're coming in here. Oh, jump scare! This pumpkin is all that's left of me. So his spirit has been trapped in a pumpkin. There's a nice little prize over here. You see this cake. You jump for it. Oh no, lava! And then you're here. This is the way out, but if you want to check it out, there's like a skeleton in there. Empty thing. I can't be held. Someone escaped. But then you're supposed to come in here. And it says, if you see this, you're getting close to finding me. And in here, you read this. It says, read me. It says, as you saw, that is how I was trapped, just a spirit in a pumpkin. It has been so long that I have forgotten so much, but I know where my body is. I am upstairs. Come find me and say hello. We have been waiting so long for this. ominous message. You wonder who this we is. You think maybe it's just a mistake from the blood loss or something. And you come up here. Come say hello. He's luring you upstairs into this attic. Says, get out now. Dr. Lantern is evil. This is all a trap. My plan for this was to have like a tripwire here to shut this behind you so you can't come back. And have a maze, like, with like, have a big reveal over here. Is evil. Escape through a maze. Have some jump scares where you pass through a tripwire and a pumpkin jumps out at you. It says, boo, I've tricked you, now it's too late. I took the lazy way out because I didn't have enough time, and I haven't really been bothered to come and remodel it. You follow through the floor, come into a haunted bedroom with a bunch of evil ghosts that look at you as you escape. And then he possesses an entire room and transforms it into his face, mocking you. You jump down this hole, and then you're free. Let's turn that racket off. But anyway, that was my haunted house. Let's see here. Over here, this is a good game. This is the only game I have been completely undefeated at. And what it is, it's hard to explain-ish if you don't get it. Basically, you get 5 pieces of dye and a pair of shears, and you have to run around shearing sheep. When the game is reset properly, this block would be down, and you start when it lifts up, and then you have to parkour up here into the center, where there's a bunch of white sheep. This one should be white. Let me fix that. Let me fix you, good sir. So yeah, there's some white sheep up here. You have to shear them and gather their wool in your own color. That's the only color you're allowed to build with. You have to build until you get, like, you have to have 12 to build up and reach the button, and that's how you win. And inside your pen is a safety sheep, like, just in case you run out of dye. Then you can still carry on. I'm just going to go ahead and reset it now. Just for later when I play it again, which I will. This is one of my favorite games to come back to, mainly because I keep winning. Over here, this game has seen a couple challenges. There's a boat fight upstairs. I'll show you in a minute. It's basically like a King of the Hill type thing. And this is a boat race. You'd race around this track in a boat. And there's a little speed boost over here. This used to be like done with like, there's like striders in the nether. This used to be lava based, and you know, my dog Cedric unfortunately died in the process of building it. It's converted it to water to make it more safe. This game, I haven't played this in a while. I think I called it Maze Master. Basically what it was is you could like program a maze with these gates, which unfortunately is broken, or a little bit broken now that you can like crouch over, like under 1.5 block distances, so it's actually possible to cheat at this game. And I think like having the whole glass slabs thing kind of ruins it, because there aren't glass slabs. I could make a no crouching rule, but it'd be so easy for people to do that. But yeah, the idea was it'd be like a mystery maze. You'd find your way through and go up, you win, and you get back out by climbing over the glass. If I really wanted to, I could probably add some slabs, but I think it would ruin the look of the game. Moving on. I think I'll just come back around that way later. This is a fun game. This is my In the Dark game. So what it is you have it's like hide and seek death tag. So you have one seeker, everyone else hides. The seeker gets a diamond sword and night vision, and they have 3 minutes to find and kill everybody in there. And the hiders can't see in the process, which makes it very hard. This is my dunk tank, which has had some issues, but is still doable, I think. If I were just, I'll give it a go. Let's see how it goes. Just gonna do this because I don't want it to be too hard. Let's see how many shots it takes me. All right. 1, 2, 3. Going for rapid fire. Pre-aiming in the minecart is not. There we go. 5. So eventually it'll there's a trap door up there. I'll show you. Okay. Yeah, there's a how do I get over? That's over here. There's a trap door up top. gonna eat the stick as I climb up. Like, there's a redstone tower that goes up in here, activates this torch, and you get dunked like that. Unfortunately, we do have some accidents when building high up, and my dog Arrow unfortunately passed away when we built this. He fell off the tower. Over here is a game I haven't played in a long time. This was... I forgot how to do it. I haven't played this game in a long time. I forgot how to play. Okay, yeah, this was like a snowball throw. I think it was called snow throw. So the way you would play it is a guy back here be standing. You'd hit a button, and there should be paintings back there, but it fires out a golden nugget at you every time you, every time that you hit the button, and you win with the most golden nuggets. And you have to pull those levers to lock them, so that way the other person doesn't like keep spamming it to just get infinite gold. Because I originally wanted to do it where the painting fell on there and stopped you from doing that, but it got a little tricky because sometimes now that items fall more randomly, I just decided to make it so it's on you to do it manually. And then it's very complex. Well, it's not very complex redstone, but it is for a tight space. So I think that gets a little bit of... Oh, there's my diamond horse armor. I've been looking for this for a very long time. Glad I found this. Anyway, this is my fish dish game. Some of the harder redstone I think I've done myself. What it is, there's the original concept I had for it. Let me just hop in here and show you, actually, make it easier. It's a two-player on each side. You have to catch fish. Like with a fishing rod, it's got hook and lure, so it goes faster. You have to, as these lift up, you have to start fishing in your own pool. And once you get to the middle, you have to both in this pool and then get your own here. After that, you have to come over here and race each other. You have to go in here, touch the bottom to collect. In here, touch the bottom, race each other in the middle. Basically, whoever, like after you this race, then you can just go at your own. Bit of a, it's kind of like no unfair advantage to whoever's better at fishing. Especially in the middle, because like let's say you don't get any of your own pond, but you get a decent amount in that middle pot. It's still all to play for because that one's shared. It's the last one you go to. So whoever gets that big advantage because you're both fishing in it. There's a point ranking up here. Anything that's not a fish is 1 point. Potter's worth 2 points. Salmon's worth 3. And tropical or puffer fish are worth 4. Fortunately, I think I got one next. What you have to do is, it's a two-player game, and you have to stand on each side trying to flick each other off with fishing rods. Like to demonstrate, I'll do something like that. Or if you stand on these pressure plates. Moving along the outside, this is my circle tent. I put on a show a year or two. Over here to launch someone out of the tent. I haven't fixed that yet. Moving along over here, this is, I think, my What Goes Up game. Yes, good. And the way this game works, you get locked in here. I'm not going to very good at this game, but basically you have to shoot all of these mine shoot up. I've shot all these yellow parts, and then to open up to understand. I have the same this. Up there, we'll keep the door shut. Next, then shut off the redstone leading to here. And it's also times. I would have done AND gates, but that actually got a little. I needed to compact it a little bit and make it a little more simplified because I ran out of space. This is Bomberman. I loved the idea that I came up with for it, but I mean, I didn't really come up with the idea, but the game ultimately sucked. Basically, what it was based off the vintage video game. You had to find and kill each other with the TNT, but the game kept blowing up even though I waterlogged all these blocks. This is one of my personal favorites. I love this game so much. And this is a game, I think, even though it's only a couple weeks old, this is a game I think we've definitely gone to play most in its lifetime. So basically, I'll set this minecart off now so I can show you the inside. The way it works is it's kind of like the death hide and seek, except it's like infection tag instead. It's hide and seek tag. You drop in here, like the hiders drop in here. You can go anywhere. You can scatter around the maze, and you have to survive for I think it's like a minute, which sounds easy, but when you have 4 people playing, you find people pretty fast. Then it quickly becomes a 3-on-1. And basically all you need to do is just wait for these doors to drop. You can either like play it cowardly and hide up in the corner like I do, but I usually don't react fast enough. I originally had these as water, but that actually slowed you down a lot, so I changed them into hay bales so you won't take damage. And why won't these open up? This is so slow. I swear I only set it to a minute. Waiting. After this, after they open, I'll show you the redstone. Oh, I guess I'll show you the redstone now. So anyway, okay, yeah, the counter's almost done. And there's a chicken in here. How nice. So basically, the way the redstone works, it's not that hard. You push the minecart down. It starts a little 5-second countdown for this door to open up, to open up only this door, so you can't like jump in and just camp the doors immediately to get out. And actually, it's about to send the minecart off. Opened up all the doors. So the way it works, it comes down here, it hits this rail to open up only this door, which is kind of harder to do because I had to put this repeater here to block the signal from traveling back up. And once that happens, like all these doors are kept closed as default. Once it hits over here, there's a countdown of about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and it'll get held here on this rail until the countdown finishes. I think it's anywhere from 60 to 90. So once this countdown ends, it comes back here, activates this rail, which will send it up here, which will then cause it to trigger this redstone trail, which goes to all 4 doors, and you have to go away, sir. You were not invited down here. And yeah, anyway, that signal comes over here, it goes to that door there, goes to the one all the way at the back, and it also comes around this side to open up this front door. And the main reason I have this repeater here, 1, to extend the signal, and 2, to like keep it from traveling up the thing and opening up all the doors when it hits that first rail. And then it also goes all the way around to that side. This is one of my favorite games I've ever built. One of my favorite things to play, even or in a there's no like let's say you could probably do like a 8, 2, 3, 3. I'm gonna show you this game first. This is basically what you do is fruit, and wherever how many points you get, the pink is worth 2, all the purples are worth 1. If you land on the glowstone, you lose all your points. So, but like hypothetically, let's just give it a go here. I get 2 points. So far, I have 2 points in my column, but they're not mine yet. If I choose to bank it, then if I come out, I'm safe. But if I choose to risk it, I have those 2 points up in play I could potentially win more, but I could also lose points. So let's say I risked it. I got another 2 points. That's 4. You only need 10 to win. So in theory, if you had a couple good rounds, then you could win in one go. But if you land on the black like this, then you don't get any points. You don't lose points. You just lose hypothetical points. However, if I landed on the glowstone, any points I had would go away. So yeah, it's no skill in this game, just luck. This is a fairly recent game. This is called Swoop, and I'll give you a quick demonstration because it's not that bad. I'll put an elytra on. Anyway, the way it works is you come up this tower, and the idea is you just have to get the highest score. Usually you do like 3 rounds a person. The best score you can get is 21 by landing on the smallest platform. So if you extend, you have to it's really about this isn't a luck game at all. This is purely skill. You have to oh, jet. Okay. So I did very poorly there, but ideally you want to land on the platforms. There are rules that involve death as well. That's why I have beds. If you land and then fall off, you have to stick the landing, obviously. But after you land, let's say you miss the next turn, then you don't lose those points for the round. You just keep however many points you've landed on the platforms, if that makes sense. But if you die, you don't get any points. Over here, this is called Honey Hunt. And let me show you the redstone really quick. So anyway, the way it works is you've got one seeker and the rest of the people are I can't remember how to play this game. It was based off something I did for my police station. I'm lagging so hard, sorry about that. It was based off a game I did for my police station. The idea was you'd go into the maze. There's some honey around the place. Let's say you're a bear or a bee, I don't remember how it was. And you have to go around stealing the honey, and then one person is trying to block you in with rails and a pickaxe. And I just got lost in my own maze. I think it's back here. Yeah, here's one. The guard has rails and a pickaxe to try to stop you. And it is possible to fully block someone in. If you get someone while they're getting the honey, then they're stuck. And the keeper is scored, not the players. So you're scored on how many pieces you can protect. So let's say you don't protect any, and you get a score of, let's say you get a score of 3. That's bad because that's how many they managed to get out of the maze. It's about a minute, I think, maybe a minute 20. I can't remember. Over here, this was a game I loved, but unfortunately doesn't work as well anymore. This is called Whale of a Time. The idea was you would hit this button for a random color, and you'd have to try to land in that hoop that corresponds with the color. And it was like a player launcher, but since TNT doesn't do as much height in human cannons anymore, the game doesn't work. Which is very unfortunate. Bedrock finally got cut off. Oh, I like this game. This is called, I think, Wiggly Worm. The idea is that you're supposed to, create your own design in the back and then switch sides to, try to guess theirs. All of them are at the top for now. So if you get one wrong, there are 2 rules. It has to, in some way connect to this block. So it has to be, 1, 2, or 3. And it also has to link up. So no decapitated worms. So if it's, here, if it's here, then it has to be in these 3. If it's on the bottom, it has to be one of these 2. If it's on the top, it has to be one of these 2, etc. So let's say I guess correctly. This light will light up. And if you guess correctly, then you get to go again. And you keep going until someone gets to the other side and gets all, however many there are. Over here, I would like to take a minute to remember Aqua, who died trying to play this game with us. I can't remember what I called this game, but basically it was kind of like one of those total Wipeout games. You'd make your way up through here, and someone tried to break in to make. Oh no, tried to break in. Anyway, the way it would work is people would be trying to make their way around all these obstacles, and up here there'd be one person controlling it all. This does dispensers to like lots for water to push them out. This does blocks to move them, and this fires out arrows. Ideally, there you go. And once that lever is pulled, this block gets pulled back, and you drop down a tunnel into that water pit, and then that's the end of the round. Over here, this is kind of my take of It's a Small World. I did it based off of the then history of my world. I'm being chased by a spider, so I'm going to take this opportunity to get away. This was representative of... Oh my god, it's still following me. Representative of my first days in the world. I met my dog and then the villain in the castle. That was my then llama coaster. This was the first company I built in my town, which I showed you 2 episodes ago. This was me meeting the villain in another, getting tricked into befriending him and bringing him back to life. This is when I went to the moon. It's kind of scary how fast the spider's moving behind me. And now this is my Capitol building. Originally it was a bunch of people that I couldn't remember. Now it's my Capitol building to show you that I'm still current. Alright, let's get out of here before that spider catches me. This is a game I really liked. This was called Mousetrap, and unfortunately accidents did happen. Oreo and Raptor both died when I was building this game. Creepers. Anyway, the way this game works is you have 1 cat and 4 mice, or ideally 1 cat, and then the rest of the players are mice. The cat is the job. It's like another one of those like death tag games. The cat is supposed to guard all these like little cheese blocks and kill all the mice, and the mice are supposed to get the cheese and get out of the maze. So, like for example, I don't know, give a little demonstration. You start on these corners. Gamer tags is supposed to be off for this game. You enter the maze. I can't remember. I haven't played this game in so long. You come through. You take the cheese. You're allowed to stand on top of the traps to look around, but you're not allowed to, jump from wall to wall like this. This is illegal, but I'm going to do it now so I can get out. Then you get out of the maze like this, and then you're safe. And I just got shot at by something. Oh my god, how did you get up there? Get down. Get down, you. Over here, I'm going to quickly show you this because I almost passed by it. This is my dog training course, and a few episodes ago I did mention I updated it. I did. Spring and Aqua's Memorial are now up there since they died after I built this. In addition to that, I've also timed Luna and Corey. No records broken. Fluffy still holds the record of 21 seconds, which is very impressive. And I do mean very impressive, considering how disobedient dogs can be sometimes. I think I got everything over there. Oh, no, there is something I forgot. I did forget 1 game. I think that's going to be the move. I'm going to come back and then I'll wrap it around that way. I did forget this 1 game, and I do forget this game a lot because they connect to each other and they look the same. This one is called Berry Berry. And the way it works is there are a bunch of berries on these trees that are buried. You have to like dig out the ground. And, you want to do it fast and ideally before the other person so the grass has time to spread over, because that is a big giveaway of where they are. And then, you just have to find all 5 first, and then you win. I think that's everything. Let me just do a quick check. Yeah, that's everything. So coming around this way, you've been over here before. You've definitely been over here. Let's see here. Been over here. We've been on this side. Actually, I'll go over here. This is all empty space. I'm gonna I'm going to be building a lot more games over here. I've leveled out a lot of terrain to build more for you guys. This is actually, I think, the newest game we have. I believe I've called it Freeze. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. So the idea is 1 person would start over there with Frostwalker boots and try to trap a bunch of boats who are trying to light up all these lanterns, and the runners scored, based on how many lights are lit up, and a high score is bad in this game. You want as low a score as possible. I forgot what I called this game, but it was pretty interesting. It'd be one player with Depth Strider boots on, trying to like kill. Oh, it was called. I think this was called Pirate Plunder. And basically, you'd have to try to get to the middle. You get one boat, but you'd have to like try to get to the middle without dying, which is not as easy as it looks, especially because I think I made it impossible to get on these rocks from the water. Let's fix that, shall we? I don't want to make it impossible for people. There we go. Oop, not that one. There we go. Let's do this. And I'm going to have to do the same for the other one. But basically, you want to like try to get to the middle. Because there's a treasure in here. Oh, there was supposed to be treasure in here. I think it got looted. But basically, there was like 27 gold that you'd have to bring back. And the shark is like, it's kind of like a shark attacking pirates. And the shark is scored based off of how many gold they have protected. I think that's how I played it. So, you know, the more gold that you can keep, like the more gold that's left in the chest, the better the shark does. I'm going the wrong way. There's nothing else over there. Over here, I forgot to show off this game. This is my Sharky Shark game. The way this one worked is, I do have a fishing rod. You pull this along until it gets back here. You give it a little boost. And you just want to get this to your side. This thing was like a little shark. You're going shark fishing. There was a way where at least there used to be, where you could like pre-aim your fishing rod, so it would, so like where you could just leave it there and it would pull it. They since fixed that. And this is actually going to the wrong side. But basically, you know, you could like, there was a feature where you could pre-aim it, etc. Like if I were to do something like this. So yeah, it doesn't work. Anyway, let me just come back. So basically, once it gets to your side, it lights up that lamp showing that you won. And that's that. Moving on, this is a little McDonald's stand that a friend of mine built. I don't know why it's here, but it's here, and I haven't been bothered to move it because it's nice. This was my attempt at trying to make Quidditch in Minecraft. It sucked. It is a good-looking arena. The game sucks, though. I'm not going to mention any more than that, because I will not be coming back here to play it, ever. I think all I have left is this. This was turbo types, but this game unfortunately doesn't work because they've changed the distance that you can now type signs. Originally, the way this game worked was you would like get on this ladder a little bit, like crouch on it. You'd walk forward, place the sign. You'd be typing out whatever you need to do. But now the game, now it gets like, now it just gets it just gets cut off now. So this game unfortunately doesn't work anymore, which is very sad because I enjoyed doing turbo types even by myself. That was the only game that you could play by yourself in my Funland, and it's broken. So I think I'm going to need to build a new one. I don't think I missed anything. All right then. With that, I guess that will end our tour for the day. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to like this video, leave a comment. Also leave a comment if I missed anything, because I might have done that. I don't know. I've got a lot of games here. But for now, I want to thank you all for sticking with me for these 300 episodes. In the next episode, we will be having our inauguration ceremony and speech by President Tristan. Thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure making these videos for you so far. I hope to continue doing a lot more in the future. But for now, I will see you all next time.